Hello everyone, I am Lakshman and welcome to Stable and Scale, one of the places where you can learn and share wisdom. Today we are gonna see easy steps for beginners for CDN configuration on Azure Static Web Apps. So without wasting any time, let's get started. The things we will be discussing is what's involved, how it works, and how to implement with prerequisites. So, the first thing is what's involved. There are two major things which involved in configuring CDN for static web app is one, it's CDN. Second is static web app. Static web app is nothing but a service which provides for you to host your SPA applications such as Angular, React, Astro, Next.js and others. Okay, so that's the one part. Second one is Azure content CDN profiles and front doors. That's the service we are going to use for CDN, which provides global caching, content deliveries, which can be configured for static web apps, storage accounts, and static website which hosted on storage accounts and others. Okay, so these are the things which mainly involved. So what we are gonna do is how it works. First we will create a static web app. Second we will check whether the application is running. Third we will create a CDN profile, which is Azure front door services. Next we will configure that static web app CDN with our SPA, and we will start a small option which is we usually need to redirect from HTTP to HTTPS. We will have a small look on CDN. So that's the thing I was planned for this video, so hope you will enjoy it. And with implementation you need a Azure subscription for sure, we are gonna not go and do any kind of code. It's only portal works, click, it will start creating. So it's a basic steps, just kindly follow through the steps. So it's actually predefined and I have gone through a regression on it. It perfectly works fine. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's move into the portal and start creating our profiles. This is the Azure portal. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a resource group for us. First, resource group for us to maintain all the resources which in a single it's like a folder structure. Okay, what we are going to do is SPA -CDN -RG. So we are going to use it on central India, and we are going to create it. So it's got created. Let's go inside and copy this. So next step, first step we are going to do is we are going to create a static web app. Okay, static web app, it will come up here. So this is the static web app we are talking about. Click UI. So I'm making this a hobby application, so I'm gonna host it on Asia, and we can only, there are three things we can able to do it. One is actually directly from your GitHub we can connect our account and get the actual source code which application we want to deploy. So what I'm gonna do is I already have some websites some Angular applications. Okay, So ng upload is one of the project which I hold up in GitHub. So it's a demo project of Angular application. Okay, so this is the source code and other stuffs. Thing it's not deployed anywhere and it doesn't have any pipeline. So what it does is, once I create it and start with the Angular preset, just leave it default, it starts building my application and it starts running. So it will start a GitHub action for me, and when I click create, it will start creating my building my application and start deploying it. So it takes a bit of time because it's need to ng build, npm install, all stuffs which need to be in started. I think it's already there. One sec, it's created, and here we can see there was a master branch which has been there recently. There was a push, and let's go for actions. And I was a CD which gets started in which will build and deploy. So this is our actual URL. Okay, let's open up Chrome and put here the app will live and waiting for the content. That's the repository, that's the page we right now. What now gonna do is, now before getting configuring your our application CDN, we need a CDN, right? Let's go and create it. This Friendo CDN profiles. So this is the Friendo CDN profile. It has various options, so it has various offerings also. Okay, so this Friendo is actually can be for like a load balancer for any web application, how much load and other stuffs. So we need only the CDN profile. Okay, and it what we are going to do is, we are going to do a Azure CDN standard for Microsoft, and it has various options from Webzone on premium standard and standards. Okay, and I have a Friendo classic where we will start configuring our redirections and other stuffs. So we are going to create a Azure CDN standard for Microsoft. Kindly note, which is not in Friendo or custom configurations. We need to go to other offerings. On it, we need to pass select Azure CDN standard for Microsoft. Okay, then click continue. So it will go with the default region of the actual resource group. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna just paste SPA CDN. Okay, it seems it is there, and it has some various options offering we see in there, which is standard version and premium version. Right now we just need this one, and the pricing category is actually, let me show those stuffs also. Let's quickly, this is the comparison, and I will add you the pricing information in the descriptions. Okay, so when we need to create an endpoint also. What I'm going to do is, I'm not going to create an endpoint now. I'm just going to create a SPA, which is get ready. My build is not succeeded, somewhat had some errors. So we need to reconfigure our application, where Let's go for master. Just click edit this file. I'm just gonna edit this. That's the error we got. Open it up. Let's click confirm it. It says all the build and everything is done. The application workflow is in a route. We need to have a show dist. Let's just have a reference there before let's go to CDN. So this is our CDN. What I am gonna do is let's duplicate it. Let's go to this resource group, go to our application, copy this because this is our actual URL. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a SPA CDN AzureNet.net, and you see storage, static website, cloud services, and web app. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose custom origin and get rid of this HTTP. So this is the path, and this is the port 80, and this is the port 8443. So I'm gonna click and add. So in a meanwhile, just I have a mother subscription apps which has the workflow. So this is this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna commit the changes, and this will automatically start triggering. And now my CDN is started rendering. So just gonna click this and run it here. So once we created, what thing do you think we need to purge? Purge is better actually on the CDN level, not on the endpoint level. Purge, select the endpoint, purge all, and purge. You can even purge inside it. If that doesn't work out, you can just come up in CDN profile and click purge, select the endpoint, and you can purge all. Whenever there was a new update which is running, our application which is getting deployed there on our static web app, you need to purge the files so that it gets the latest pages in process. Okay, so this will get start running. Let's give some time. Now the purge has been got completed. So in meanwhile, let's open this one up. So it will take a bit of time for you to get once applications got deployed there. So and application workflows and stuffs. Okay, so what as this CDN will start rendering whenever there was a file, it's getting updated because there was no files in a deployment. This is the predefined pages. What I will show is I have a running open source project which is the task sheet. Okay, so which has a Static Web App, which is already there, and with the CDN configured, what I will do is I'm just going to click on domains. It's already in domain configuration. So this is the one of the application which I hosted on the front door. The front door will look like this. Let me get the actual one resource. Static Web Apps. You have 3, so this is the only one. One sec, let me solve it and come back. So we have solved that build issue, which is what we have done is we have now in Angular.json there was a dist slash of applications name, so we removed it only to dist, so the applications got deployed here. So when we refresh, this is an application which is where it's on the local host and some default URL, so it's okay. So this is what we need to do actual CDN, right? So what we are going to do is now we are going to click on the CDN. So the CDN is getting running. Let's check whether we'll copy and paste our URL. Still the page is not found. Do you know why? We need to purge all the URLs. The purge will at least take a minute or 2 minutes to 3 minutes of time. So in the meanwhile, CDN, which is mainly used for caching and sending information which is near to the actual person. So if you check out a lot of applications which is like video streaming, other stuffs, all are running behind its CDN, where whenever you click some videos or you get some content in website, it gets to the nearest location, nearest server of the user, and it starts rendering from that. That's the main purpose of the CDN. So the purge actually means to is clear all the cache which is on the server and all other locations. So when the new files or new updated patches will be get retrieved on the respective locations whenever the user clicks or consumes the website or any kind of videos and other stuffs. So once the purge is done, we will check our website is running inside the CDN URL or not. The purge is got completed. Let's see. It usually takes a lot of time. So you can see there was a ng build in the CDN, so but still it's connecting to some local API, so it won't render as much. So our CDNs get working, and if I move to HTTPS, it redirects to HTTPS automatically. If you are running your application on the storage account and other stuffs, there was an option in the CDN which is called rule engine. What you need to do is add a new rule, HTTPS enforce, add a condition with the HTTP protocol where the protocol is equal to HTTP, create the action of redirect to 302 and to HTTPS. That's it. Once this is got saved, the HTTP will redirect to automatically to HTTPS. Okay, sounds good. So these are the main steps which we started. What we checked on how it works is, first we created a static web app and we deployed some applications there, and the second thing, we created a CDN, and we configured the CDN with our SPI and added a HTTPS redirection options. And you need to give some patient time for 10 minutes or 15 minutes for it to enforce a CDN. Once it started it will start getting the updates. So that's on a demo, and hope you have enjoyed, and kindly follow through the steps, and the steps will be in a PPT presentation also, so I will add in the link in the description below. Okay, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification on, so you won't miss out any new videos. So see you in the next one.